Congrats on the win. I'm going to be taking a look at this game by request. So, I mean, don't let it take anything away from the fact that you guys won. Just going to go over what you could do better for the future. So this was in the Division D playoffs, the finals, I believe D East, Probus versus House of Chez. And so, obviously we're on Tomb. I just wanted to kind of start a little ways into the game with one of the first things I noticed. So, like, as you saw when I started the video, Rainer was dead. And so, big thing here on Tomb. This is good that you're trying to kill and get gems, but anytime you pass this point, anytime you can be jumped in this mid-top rotation, especially if you don't have vision control, you gotta be very careful about stepping up, like, past this point. In this case, you actually have vision on the minimap of the opposing team, so you know they're going to be coming up. And so this isn't safe. Give up the gems and just leave. It's better to just give up the gems and not risk dying here, especially because you know they have a Lucio. So even if they're not mounted, they probably get here quick enough to potentially jump you. Other thing you can do, if you did that, if you hadn't used Q, I don't think this is nearly as risky because you can step up and then Q. But, so you stop and mount, and that's, I'm sure, just out of habit, but that's actually one of the worst things you can do right now. Because, like, look where they are. They're going to catch you because you're just sitting here. By the time you're done mounting, you might get to here. So what you could have done is just walked. And if you had walked while unmounted, you would have been about here. Or you could walk unmounted up here and then try and mount. Because as soon as you see them break through here, Blaze can't just E instantly to get you. Or if he does, there's at least a chance of him missing. But yeah, ideally you walk up and then around this way. Because it lets Hong Fu and like connect with you over here, which is a lot safer because you're near towers. And also, it gives time for your Jaina and your Muradin to rotate up. Although, I mean, they can still catch you and kill you here. But it just gives you the best chance of living. So, instead, you finish mounting. You try and leave. You get hit by the Blazy. And as soon as that happens, you're dead. I mean, there's 4 of them. This is actually overkill. Like, the stun plus slow with this many people is going to kill you, but they just really go in on you here. So again, just a good rule, like, you potentially dying is not worth 3 gems. Or even, like, really the only gem you would have had to give up there is, like, the one right down here. Like, if you just taken the one here and then immediately backed up, they couldn't have caught you. So Dragon spent a lot of time doing bush control, which is good for vision and stuff. Big thing, you have to be able to, like, get these free Qs to get your quest stacked up early. I know I already talked to you about that, but just something, you know, a little reminder. The other big thing you can do is, when you see them, you can just back out of the bush. You don't have to necessarily engage on them. Or you can throw a Stormbolt from out of vision, or walk here and throw a storm, and then walk away. You don't always have to, because I noticed that it's a theme over these last, like, couple of rotations where you'll sit there, and you'll engage with them, and then you'll leap out. But it's like, they have a Lucio and a Nubrak. If they catch you during your leap, especially when they're rotating as a 4, they can potentially just kill you. So this is actually kind of risky. I don't think it's super likely because the Gul'dan's the only real damage. But again, even if they don't kill you, they're going to chunk you out. And that means more time away from your team. Or it forces a tap or a back or something. So it's like, not really worth. You have third wind, so I guess it's less of an issue, but just something to keep in mind. Just having, like, don't underestimate just having the vision and knowing when they're rotating. And if you demount them every now and then, that's fine. But it's not even that important because they have the Lucio too. So, like, sitting there and unmounting 3 of them is not that important unless you really need to stall for time while your team accomplishes something. Another general note, I'm kind of skipping ahead here, but just like a constant thing, you guys really overcommit to like clearing waves right in this area. It's okay to let them push up in here. Your wall take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. Like, if you can just safely get the soak and then the gems, that's fine. You can also, if you're slow in rotation, you can even give up the gems. Like, if you just max soak range and immediately go to catch up, so you have a coherent, like, 4-man rotation, back, forth, instead of sometimes you guys get split and then you're doing, like, a 2-2 kind of deal, that's fine. Like, 3 gems is not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, so they get the first turn. That's okay. Like, early turn is fine. Especially because, like, unlike the last replay you sent me of Tomb, like, you have a fair bit of wave clear here. Like, Leoric's gonna do fine. Jaina and Raynor can, like, clear out the web weavers themselves pretty easily. So, this is fine. Early turn-in is good. Realistically, they can't even do that much to you with this 4-man until the Ragnaros joins them. So there's no real reason for you to be this far forward with your team just hanging back like this. Like, let's back up. I was kind of talking over it. So yeah, you're up here. Your team is over here. There's just no real reason for you to, like, be chasing this far in. Like, and Anubrak's right there, so it's just 3-on-1. Anubrak has all those buttons. Lucio has boop. Like, again, if leap gets interrupted, like, this is very bad. Now, Leoric's coming up, which is good, but, like, your team ideally would be, like, here if you're going to be chasing. And then your Leoric's coming in over here from the bush. Where, yeah. So they throw out CC. They don't get much off it, but again, you're just taking, like, free damage, basically. They're just throwing autos at you, throwing Gul'dan Qs. Thankfully, because they did all that, they can't stop your leap out. Blizzard gets dropped, but it looks like that might have hit the web weaver. I'm not 100% sure, but if it didn't, it needed to be like another few pixels over. But I guess it was also in spawn animation, so not all the Blizzard wave would have hit it anyway. As always, you don't want to be this is a common thing people do. You don't want to be standing right in the gate because you got to break right or left anyway to dodge the purple stuff. And no, I have no idea what this is actually called. I just call it the purple stuff. Yeah. So instead you take damage. You take damage. Yeah. And I should say, actually, like, it will go after a tower. So you're not necessarily unsafe here as long as you're paying attention because you can go up or down to dodge it. But yeah, like, what ended up happening there is 3 of you just lost like 20% of your 25% of your health pool, like 10% of your health pool for no reason. Like, it's a telegraph thing. Just don't do it. Unless you're worried, if you're out here and you're trying to do it and you're worried about getting picked and the safer play is to walk into it, like, you know the purple stuff won't kill you, okay, do that. That's better. It's better than potentially dying. But if you're 100% safe here, there's no real excuse. You shouldn't be getting hit by that. This is a weird split by them because Blaze doesn't really help push, so I don't get this. Rag bot makes a lot more sense, and Leoric's gonna trade. I almost kind of wish you guys had sent Leoric. No, this is still fine. Because if you force Ragnaros back, then this gets wall and doesn't get fort. I'm okay with this. Say they screw this up, they get a little too excited to try and commit to this, and instead they decide, oh, we really want this wave to soak, and instead now you guys get to clear this for free because they're slow in rotation. So like while you're rotating up, when you notice that some are still staying to do the wave, you can go through here because it's no longer risky. You can go through and flank. Like in an ideal world, your Muradin goes this way, or even if you want to be really aggressive, leap over the wall and try and get a Stormbolt. Again, stop getting hit by purple stuff. This one is a little more because of the oil, but again, you just shouldn't be getting hit. Also, you have no mana. You also have no tap. That's unfortunate. Yeah. You should just back. Like, you're not doing anything. So, just back. Like, there's no point. Because Jan has no mana, this actually becomes really risky to sit here and fight, because you're essentially fighting 3v4. Because the Jaina without mana, just autoing and throwing Q every so often is just, may as well not be there. She's a glorified lane minion at that point. So, this is really risky because, yeah, if Blazin and Nubarak chain CC, and the Gul'dan hits a knee, they can potentially kill your Stukov or your Raynor. Your Rainer's at full life, so probably not Raynor, but maybe Stukov. Even then, their comp is weird because they don't have a ton of damage outside of Gul'dan. So without them together, they're relying a lot on a long CC chain into a slow and a lot of autos. And they're just not doing a great job of autoing. So like, because there's the CC chain I'm talking about. And Hongfu just walks away at half-life. There's even a third CC. And still has 1,300 health. So, what is that, a third? It still has, like a third of his health. Like, oh, did you have tap? Oh, sorry. I guess that was just generic, and you did have a tap at. It was a shorter tap than 30 seconds. But even then, like, if you had just backed, you would already be heading back with full, or not full mana, but like 2/3, 3/4 mana. Like, basically the same thing. So, something to keep in mind there.
Gather their gems. Bring them to...
So if I'm you guys, and I'm pushing them back at this point, and I have turn, I am fine doing like a 4-man again, and having like Leoric Anchor here. Yeah, so main issue here is no one's anchoring. Is that true? Yeah, dragons slow to anchor here. Sage sees them. So as soon as the Q hits here and the Anurak's walking up, you gotta be careful. So safe rotation is either down or down through bush. Like you can go bush and then straight. Because Leo's right here, I kind of prefer going down. You have vision. You shouldn't be mounting. You should just be walking up and like meeting this Anubarak. Or even just waiting here. Because if Anubarak he's in and you hit a Stormbolt, you have all your damage right here. You can potentially kill him. They don't have, like, they won't have an escape. So there's the, what do we, oh, we Stormbolt Gul'dan. Okay. So E whiffs. Q whiffs. This is good. So who do we attack here? Who are we fighting? So Sage on Blaze, Lyric's on Blaze. Jane is in Also on Blaze. Okay, so the call was Blaze. Not my ideal target, but you should get the kill here. Yeah, perfect. Okay. This is a little risky. You don't actually have that much life into a Gul'dan and Uberak. Like, Anubarak's buttons are going to be up soon. And, like, if Gul'dan Ragnaros, like, just turn on you right here, they kill you. Like, this is auto, Q, auto. This is, like, an auto into W. And he can sit here and tank your damage from both of you. And unless Stormbolt interrupts Drain Life, he'll live. Like, it won't even be close. He'll live, no problem. Almost seems like miscommunication because you guys, he's following and you guys are back here. It's a good Stormbolt. You guys get out. Leoric lives. Jaina has to watch out for mana. Okay, you guys can't be out here anymore, by the way. Jaina's not here. Jaina's not with you. Like, just because you got the kill, as soon as Jaina starts to back, that means it's an even fight again. And because Leo has so low life, it's actually in their favor if they can get a 4v4 engage here. They have a better chance of killing you than you do of killing them. So yeah, I mean, giving up mid is okay. It'll clear their camp. I would just push top right now. Maybe send one person down to soak lane. But otherwise, like, pushing top into here is very good just because it's boss lane. So it gives you a win condition later or a way to get keep later. Instead, what is this? Where's the auto attacks? There's autos, like, but there's two of you. Stukov and Leo over here. Jaina's still coming. Jaina's still showing up. Yeah, so, like, their camp's alive. And that's not that bad because Rag's bot. So, while ideally you either wanted to clear this faster with 4 and have all of you here and then Jaina, like, catching up, you could have also had 3 down here to make sure camp gets cleared. Like, even just killing the spellcaster would have been fine. A lot of this will clear up on its own. But yeah, this is very awkward now. You should still get top fort. But it's not as easy as I thought it was going to end up. So again, we burned Stormbolt for no value. Like, when you know you're going to team fight, you want to hold Stormbolt. You want to hold Stormbolt, especially when the Anubarak has shown that they're willing to dive in, like 3 or 4 of you. If you just Stormbolt them, that's huge. That makes a big difference in how quickly you can delete them and how quickly you can spread out from spikes or impale rather. Yeah. Jaina should not be all the way back here. But she's at least weaving autos in, like going back in and weaving autos. Like, look how low Dragon is here. We have a Rainer. You guys need to be willing to, like, have Sage step up and, like, actively poke onto this team. And then if your Jaina saves buttons, then even with spell armor, you can still burn through it. Or even you can CC them when they come in with Stormbolt and potentially silence and then kill them. Like, wait for the spell armor to wear off and then just drop all your buttons and kill them. At least you're getting a lot of work done up here. Like, you're keeping them under pressure. That's the most important thing. That's, like, your biggest failing right now is, like, your Rainer's not keeping them under constant pressure. Let's take a look. Okay. That's a Q. That's an auto. Walks away. That's an auto on a wall, which is fine if you're trying to stack. Walking back and forth. That's an auto. Auto on a wall. Auto. Don't. So if you're autoing the wall, get the stacks and then auto a person. This is free. Like, step up here. Auto Blaze. That was like actual almost 10 seconds of Sage queuing and then like autoing once on a hero. Into double tank Gul'dan. Like, with a Web Weaver pushing up. You need to be doing damage to them. That is your entire job for... Your entire existence is to be annoying to them. And then later in the game, when you're talented, you can talent in to make Q very deadly. And that's what you do after that. This is a weird one. Okay. Really? This is... Like, everything except Ace in the Hole just seems a little odd. But, okay. But the whole point is, like... Just walk up into them and shoot them. They can't punish you. Or if they try to punish you, like... The whole idea is, like, you can silence them and punish them with J-Nut buttons. Like, that's the big deterrent you have from them diving you. Is they risk getting CC'd and then chunked out. That's also why, like, holding Stormbolt's very important, is because it's your only piece of hard CC. So that didn't get nearly as much as it should. You didn't even get well. Like, that's the other thing. If you're playing Raynor and you're just shooting the wall, do it for a reason. Shoot the wall so you can step up and shoot the well. Like, don't just be here to be here.
Much obliged. Victory is ours!
Okay. This should be a kill. I can't see... Oh, god damn it. Okay, I'm just going to cut the video right now, and I'll leave it there. That Blaze should have been dead, because it's going to take forever to reset, so I will see you in the next one.